Hey, let's style Pinkie Pie. Why? Because too much Pinkamena can be a hazard. So just what do we need? We need some rubber bands, paper towels, some straws, and a brush that I forgot to put in the shot. Go me! Hair elastics, scissors, and the one and only wild and crazy Pinkie Pie. For step 1, Pinkie's gonna play a guessing game with Black Snooty / Queen Meanie. So after the guessing game's over, I'm gonna cut up paper towels into small rectangular strips. Yes, it's true, we're gonna make a mess! Well, that looks like a nice pile. And next, I'm gonna destroy straws by bending them and cutting them at a similar length. Why? Because they look so good in a torn up pile of paper towels. Alrighty, onward ho, it's time to exorcise the demon of Pinkamena from Pinkie Pie. Start out by combing through the mane and separating the front portion from everything else. I'm gonna fold one of the paper towels around the tip of the front portion of the mane. Placing the straw under the paper towel, I'm going to begin wrapping the hair starting with the paper towel. The paper towel prevents the ends of the hair from coming loose and going crazy. Now this front portion is going to be used to create Pinkie's bangs, so you want to make sure you're wrapping towards the non-display side. And once I've reached the base and the hair is wrapped all nice and tight, I'm going to fold the straw over. Now I'm going to lock the hair in place by wrapping a hair elastic around the tips of the straw. Now you don't want to wrap it around the hair or else you're going to end up with block-shaped curls. And curl 1 is complete! Now I'm going to brush through the rest of the mane and separate it out into 4 sections. Now I'm going to repeat the same process, only I'm going to be curling the hair towards the display side this time. So it's paper towel folding time. Followed by straw wrapping. Then it's time to secure that sucker with a hair elastic. And once the hair is saturated with straws, I'm going to make sure each straw is wrapped as tightly as possible. And I'm gonna pay super close attention to the hair at the root of Pinkie's scalp. And once I'm sure everything's wrapped as tightly as possible, I'm gonna secure it in place with a rubber band. Now you're probably not gonna be able to get all the straws under one rubber band because the hair kind of goes in different directions. So you may end up using 50 rubber bands like me. And now I'm going to repeat the exact same process with the tail. So brush through and separate that booty hair into 4 sections. And repeat the steps used with the mane. So, paper towel, straw underneath, and wrapping. Followed by securing with a hair elastic. Now tighten that junk up and strap it down with a rubber band. And here's mummified Pinkie Pie after the torture session. The next step will be to run Pinkie's hair under hot water, followed by a dip in cold water. This is gonna lock the curl in place. Now, I let the hair dry for 3 days, but that's mainly because I was busy and didn't have time to fool up with this pony again. So, 3 days later, it's time for the demummification process. It's like Pinkie's rising from the dead. I'm gonna start off by removing all the rubber bands, and believe me, I think I went rubber band crazy. And once I get close to being done, Pinkie kinda looks like Medusa. Next up, it's time to remove the hair elastics that lock the ends of the straws in place. And finally, say goodbye to the straws. Now you want to hold on to the hair when you're pulling these out and just let the straws kind of glide. And now it's time to deal with Pinkie's paper towel tips. Just like with the straws, hold on to the hair and gently pull the paper towel out. You don't want to cause a bunch of frizz and craziness. At this point, you could probably call it quits, but I'm way too obsessive compulsive for that. So I've got some water in a spray chalk bottle, don't ask, and I'm gonna use this to wet my fingers. Now I'm going to run my damp hands around Pinkie's curls. I'm not going to separate the curls, I'm just gonna dampen them. And what this is gonna do is remove any of the fluff that may have occurred while we were taking the straws and all the other stuff out of Pinkie's hair. This is also gonna allow me to shape the hair and make it look a little bit less like she's been sleeping with a straw in her head for like 3 days. Yeah, Pinkie definitely wouldn't want bedhead. Well, actually come to think, I doubt Pinkie really cares. So I'm just gonna pick at the hair, and even if you've got a curl that's kind of falling apart, you can wrap it around your finger to get it going back together. So she's really starting to look more like Pinkie Pie. Now it's time to deal with her forelock. So I'm going to take the front portion of the mane and make sure the curl is going backwards. I'm then going to secure this curl with hair elastic. And once this is strapped down, I'm going to take the first 2 curls in the mane and also pull them through the loop. And now we're almost done. At this point, I either pick at the hair until it's perfect or pick at it until it's absolutely ruined. And just so you know, this is the second time I've attempted this tutorial. Helicopter Pinkie's hair didn't turn out so well. So I'm just gonna continue molding and shaping and scrunching and kind of pushing things around until it looks the way I want. And she's finally done! Pinkie's hair is damp and will need to dry overnight. And here's a quick look at Pinkie once she has had time to dry. Now, I do love me some Pinkamena, but I also really like Show Accurate Pinkie. She is so freaking random! And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this tutorial and want to see more, click subscribe and we'll do it again. And remember, once the hair's done, you can't touch it again, or it will go poof!